Okay, I wanted to go through the DocuSign process here. Do believe I got this nailed down after the changes to the document that we're going to be using for the welcome. So this is the link here. I'll send you the link for that. For this gets you to the page that has the email and password sign on it. So we're just going to fill those in and log in. And here we are. So one of the things that we have the ability to do is to send people the document for them to sign, which is why this one here, I believe, is probably the best one that I've looked at, and Justin and I have looked at several. So if I go new and send a document, then I can send a document to whomever. So I'm going to upload the document, and just for example, I'm just going to upload the welcome document as an example. And down here is we're going to send this to somebody. So say, for example, we're going to send this to Kevin Dill. And his email address is kevin.dill@gmail.com. Can't type. All right, so it's there. Then we're going to add a recipient. This recipient is the Solar Equity Group. So we're just going to do that, like that. And it's actually, Justin Kaiser, because he's the member who is signing these documents. But the email address is for that, for the recipient of that. All right, wanted to, we can actually change this to Justin Kaiser like that. All right, so if we go in here, we can set the printing order to be that. If, say, for example, you put Justin's name first and my name second, you can always click on these little dots right here, and you can move things around. And then once you do that, if you do assign it a different order, it's going to set that as assigning order of these two, first and second. Okay, so we're going to set the signing order to be that. Down here is the subject of the email, and we don't necessarily need the PDF on the end of it, but you might have a scripted message that you're going to copy and paste in this to be able to sign this and initial all pages assigned. All right, so however you want to put that, and however you've got that templated copy and paste message in there. All right, so from there, we're just going to hit next. And because you're going to have the client's data fields already filled out, you're just going to say keep the PDF form data and hit confirm. So from here, I'm just going to show you that I already have it listed on pages where the documents are at. And those pages for the client to sign is on 11, 17, 30, and 31. And so from here, I'm going to scroll down to page 11. And you notice we have a signature space right here. So what we can do is drag the signature field down here like that. Now the cool thing about autoplace allows us to be able to put this signature on all those other pages, such as page 17, 30, and 31. How that's done is I click on autoplace, I click set up, and I'm going to type in member signature, just like that, and hit apply. So once I hit apply, it's going to say for fields to autoplace near member signature. So I'm going to click OK. And I'm just going to be good with that for now, because I'm also going to page 17. So I'm going to click on the page here. Just click on the page, it opens this field back up to be able to see the pages. I'm going to go back to page 17, and this is where I'm going to have the first signature for the company signature. So I'm going to go down here and grab the signature field for there. And this one's going to be for Justin, auto setup. And again, this is going to be manager signature, and hit apply. Okay, so there's 4 instances of that, of course, on page 17, 28, 30, and 31. All right, so the signatures start on page 12. So I'm going to go up here to page 12, and right here's the signature area. I'm going to blow this up so we can kind of see it a little better here. on page 12. So here's the bottom of that. Initial, I'm going to drag and drop that right there. I'm going to click Setup, and this is going to be Client Initials. So you can see the text right here says Client Initials. So we're going to say Client Initials like that. Doesn't matter if it's capitalized or not. It will recognize it nonetheless. I'm going to hit Apply, and it will put it at every place. And I'm going to say OK. The cool thing about this is that if I had this bottom line here, I want it to line up with the bottom line of that. It should line it up to the bottom line of all the other ones. Okay, so we're going to take the initial field and we're going to place it down here, and we're going to assign this to Justin, and then we're going to do setup again with the SEG INITIALS. Hit apply. Now it puts that into 6 fields, of course, there, and I can move that up just like that. All right, so that is pretty much finished. But the only thing that is left to do is to be able to say, okay, how do they look? And again, if you have a little notepad in front of you, knowing that the pages to look at are on page here, so you could say, okay, I want that to be here, and the other thing too is if you move one, all the ones down below, you can see this box, this vertical box right here, blue box, aligns it to the other ones down below. So you can actually ungroup these like that and click ungroup. So now if I go down to these other places where the signature's at, I can just kind of click through these just to make sure that everything is lined up to where I want it to be. The initial fields usually line up pretty simple by doing it once because they're all in the same line. But if you want to make sure that your signature fields are like that, you can make sure that those are, again, if we want to ungroup those, because ungrouping that makes us allow us to be able to change those for all of them. And again, the signature fields are on page 28, 30, and 31. So I'm going to scroll back down here to 28. And here's the signature field. I want to move this over to here. It's mostly left justified because the signature starts here and then it goes past this field and extends into here. You'll notice that the first time you do that. So again, we're looking for the blue little tick tag right here. I'm going to click on this field, go down here and make sure that these are lined up to where I want them to be. It should be lined up there just like that. So once you're done with that, then the document is ready to be sent. Again, if I click on this and go to I can see all the pages where the document signature needs to be and or initial. So you can see here, initial and signature of all of those. And again, you can, as long as you have them ungrouped, you can move one and the only one moves. Or if you keep them grouped, such as these are grouped, these will move based upon moving them all at once, which is nice too. So the initial stays in place. So the signature field is the only thing that needs to be adjusted a little bit just based upon being picky and a little OCD of making it look good. All right, so if you have any questions, that's all I have on that part. So we're going to click Send. And that document is sent. All right, so one of the things I wanted to show you is over here we got My Documents. Now we could put all these documents in the individual tax professionals folder here to be able to organize their documents in our DocuSign. And say, for example, we wanted this to belong into the James Harnsberger, so all I gotta do is drag and drop. You notice that James opens up to 2 folders, ITWS and Wealth and Tax Guru. His the only one that will open up that way. Charlo, obviously, is the only person in that tax professional. So you can drag and drop it there. And so that's how that works. I can drag and drop this where it needs to go. Say, for example, I need to drop that there. And I just click on this folder and see them there. I can also click on My Documents, okay, and click this plus sign to be able to add. If you screw it up, you can always delete. Just be careful when you delete things, they're all, it's permanent deleted. So let's look at one here that is completed. We can move this to wherever you wanted to move it to by doing it here, make a new folder. other options are to be able to forward it, create a copy, or delete it. And say, for example, you need to print it out for. And so if we get this, we can say print and then open, save it as Adobe PDF file, save the PDF file wherever you want to in the drive. All right, that's all I got. I hope that explains everything that you need there for our management of the DocuSign. The other thing I wanted to show you too is that, say for example, we do, let's go into here. Notice it needs to sign. I can click on this, and both of these things have be able to resend it, correct something, void it, delete it, look at the history of it, move it to where you need to move it to, so on and so forth. So it has that ability to be able to do that. It also has the ability to be able to do that from this screen as well. Here you can say resend, move, correct, so on and so forth. So just wanted to show you that as far as the actions on that. Quick views, waiting for others, expiring soon, actions required. So you notice you click on this, it's going to show you all the documents that need to be signed. And here it shows you what folder it's in, so that's really nice. Gives you a little representation of where that's at. Okay, that's it.